Hey everybody, it is Kitty and Plasma. I am Plasma, and today we are introducing a new segment called Storytime. And we'll be doing different little subjects. And for example, episode 1, as you can see in the title, is called School. So we'll be talking about schools and our previous experiences and all of that, and just having a good laugh, I guess. And we're over here sipping on some good old-fashioned cola. How are you, Kitty?
I'm feeling great, man. How are you doing about this?
I'm feeling quite extravagant.
Yeah, we have quite the amount of stories to tell
Absolutely.
through our school experiences because we went to school together.
Mm-hmm.
So let me give you a little bit of background on how Plasma and I met. So we met in first grade. Oh yeah, listen to that.
Oh yeah.
So we met in first grade, all right?
Okay.
Actually, you want to tell the story? I think you tell it better.
First grade. Okay. Kitty and I met in first grade. And this was when we didn't know each other coming into kindergarten, since the way our school worked was that you were in like completely different classes, had completely different bell schedules and everything. And
At least for kindergarten.
yeah, for kindergarten, but for first grade, everyone just kind of got grouped into classes, and we got to share common recesses and everything like that, which was cool. So Steven and I met because obviously the first day has to be the most fun day to lure all the children into wanting a positive learning experience. So, having that said, our teacher, who was it? It was Miss
First grade was Miss Smith.
It was Miss Smith, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we had a lovely, oh my gosh, such a sweetheart. Had a very nice teacher named Miss Smith. Oh God. And
Shut up.
we had a very nice teacher named Miss Smith, and she laid out like all kinds of toys. There were like Legos, there was all kinds of stuff. And little Kitty over here, Steven, was highly attracted to these Lincoln Logs. Of course, if you don't know what Lincoln Logs are, exit this video immediately because they are some of the best toys
They are
I've
my
ever played
childhood.
with. Oh my God, they are just so great. They're
Yeah.
so much fun. And Steven over here was building a lovely Lincoln Log tower, as I saw. And I didn't know anybody. It was my first day, so I was a little scared and might have pissed myself a little bit, but that's all right. Just taking a gander, just looking around, talking to some people, and I look over and I see this big ass fucking Lincoln Log tower, and I was like, "Oh my God, that's badass, right?" And I see little tiny little baby Steven, peek his little head out the corner. So I was like, "Oh, wow, okay." So as I'm walking up there, I see this little snot-nosed little shit walk up to Steven's lovely Lincoln Log tower.
He's grinding his teeth. He's grinding his teeth as he's saying
Such
this.
a dick. Like, who would ever do that? I would beat the shit out of my child if he knocked another child's Lincoln Log structure over. Well, anyways, this little snot-nosed little brat comes over and totally just kicks Steven's amazing Lincoln Log tower over. I was fucking pissed. So I walk over there and I was like, "Hey, you! That's not cool, man. That's not nice." And I yelled at him. And then I helped Steven rebuild his little Lincoln Log tower. And we have been best friends attached at the hip ever since.
You know, I specifically remember I got my Lincoln Log tower knocked down. He went. His name is Connor, by the way.
Little shit, dude.
Connor, if you're watching this video and you're like a not half bad guy, like I'm sorry.
We're still very angry at you for this.
I am still working on rebuilding that tower.
That's amazing, too.
But anyways, like I specifically remember him going off and playing with this other toy, and I remember like this other toy or this other like set of toys being like the set of toys that all the cool kids went to play, and they were like some weird shit that you make like cars out of or something. I don't quite know.
I remember that.
Yeah, but
It was
but
fun.
I specifically remember you coming up to me afterwards and just like helping me rebuild that, and then you look at me and you're just like, "You want to be friends?"
No, that's so
That
cute.
was adorable. But anyways, like a couple years after that, we got some more people in the group, as we called it.
Yeah, we called it the group.
Yeah,
Wasn't an actual name. We just had a group of people called the group.
Yeah, we called it the group. We made a rumor that anyone outside the group was gay.
That secret was maintained inside of the group and inside of the group only.
Yeah, so the group is made of a couple of people. I'm not going to say their last names, though. See, there was Hui. You might have heard us mention him in some of our videos. There was... Who else was in there? Later we added Chris.
We had Matthew. We had
Matthew.
Hui. We had fucking... All these people are still awesome, and we love them very much still to this day. Kept in contact.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. There was Matthew, Okay, let's start off with the basics. You and I.
Yep.
Steven and I were the basis of the group. We were the captains, the leaders. And then Matthew comes in. Matthew's like a nice little Cambodian guy. And then we added...
Well, we added Hui before Matthew.
Yeah, Hui was right before Matthew. Hui's a really perverted Asian. Like Master Roshi, he's like a very young Master Roshi from Dragon Ball Z.
Never thought of it like that.
Slap a little picture right there. Yep.
Yep.
All right, so
You know, that was the kind of the basis of the group for a while, at least.
just us four. Just Steven, Carson, Hui, Matthew.
But yeah, we got really into Sonic for a little bit.
You know those weird kids that like kind of run with their hands flung behind their back like they're Naruto? They like sprint down the halls.
That was us.
We were those kids.
Yeah. Okay, so we assigned each other nicknames, and we agreed that no one would be Sonic.
Because Sonic's like the OG. It's like if you're playing Dragon Ball Z and someone picks Goku. Like it's not fucking fair.
Yeah. So anyways, Carson was Shadow. I was Silver. Matthew was Knuckles, I believe, and Hui was Tails.
Hui.
I didn't even realize that Silver came in Sonic 06 though. I'm still mad about that.
Oh my
I was like,
God.
Fuck.
Okay, no, that's saved for a later discussion because that's like a whole nother episode. You know
Yeah,
that?
well, story time on video games.
Oh,
Future episode right there.
God. Yeah. Just keep that in mind.
Okay, so sooner or later we added a girl in our group named Erin, and she was a very lovely girl. Okay, and after
I
that,
don't know about that.
well, she was lovely for a bit at least. But and then after that, we added a guy named Chris after science camp, and we met him, and we became bros.
Also, we added this little Indian kid, which is still hilarious. Kept in contact with him. His name is Ravinder, and I love him.
Yeah, so Aaron, we named. Aaron went back and forth between
Like
nicknames.
so many different nicknames. You know,
We-
like Sonic. You remember that one bat? What's her name?
Rouge.
Yeah, Rouge. And then there was like those like fan fiction ones that like had sex with everything, and like there was like Snow Flame Frost Shadow Bite.
So she went between those. She went between Rouge, Amy, Blaze. Like she
Everything.
She couldn't decide on one.
There were so many, and then. I'm sorry, that's my Periscope going off. So
And then Chris we had was Omega. And,
I remember Omega.
Yeah, and then Ravinder
Awesome.
was Scourge, which I'm not even sure if he's an actual character. I'm pretty sure he's
No,
just...
Scourge is an actual character.
is?
Yeah.
Okay, well, he's not very well known, I guess, then. I don't think I've ever seen him in one of the TV shows.
Mm-mm.
And we watched a lot of Sonic, believe me.
Oh my God.
We went through that phase
It was
like 10 times
it was
over.
a very rough transition. Like I legit bought gloves and wore them every single day. If anybody touched them, I like freaked out.
Yeah.
Then I ended up giving Steven them as a gift. He was very happy about
As a
it.
Christmas present, he was all like, Steven, I got you a Christmas present. It's like, oh, what is it? He gives me the gloves. I remember dropping down to my knees and just being in shock because he would constantly talk about how much he loves those gloves. And
And
he was
then-
like, wear them every day. And I was like, all right.
And keep in mind, I was very defensive over my gloves. So anytime someone would like come up and like, I would take them off for a second because my hand was getting sweaty, and someone would take them and try and wear them. I would try and fight them,
Straight up right there.
Sonic style. And it was pretty awful, honestly.
Yeah,
So,
it was a great time. But anyways, so let's move on to one of our substitute teachers.
Oh my
Great little
goodness,
substitute teacher. Her name was
Miss Whore, Miss
Miss Whore something.
Miss Hades,
Miss Whore is a good name.
Miss Whore. Okay, so Miss Whore, Miss Whore. No, Steven, you tell this.
Okay,
you tell
so-
this. I told her the last one.
So we had a substitute. We had a substitute teacher named Miss Whore. Let's just say that. Anyway, she gives us this worksheet that the teacher like pre-planned or something for that day. She's passing them out. All right.
Keep in mind, we're still little kids at this time. Were we in like 5th grade?
5th, 6th grade, something like that.
We were still little tiny kids with fresh little innocent minds.
Okay, so she's passing out these worksheets. She says, "All right, once I pass out these worksheets, you can start. You can start doing either the front or the back side." Okay, so I get it. I'm looking.
Quote was literally start on either side you want.
Right.
Dead ass. It was in the air, hanging in the air. Everyone saw it. Everyone heard it.
So I get my paper. I'm looking at it. I look at the back. It's like, all right, the back looks easier. I'll wait to do the front of it until I'm home and I can have like my brother or my parents help me. Okay, so I start working on the back. She literally comes up to me, grabs my paper, slowly raises it up and goes, "I shit you not, she did this." Okay, everything,
Okay.
everything you're about to hear is 100% true.
Drop everything and picture a little tiny innocent kid in the classroom doing his worksheet, and this really strange Horace substitute comes up, snatches the fucking paper out of his grasp, slowly raises it up, and just imagine her staring at it and just making this noise.
It
Sounded like Kid Boo going ape shit on someone. And next thing you know, she's just screaming about how much of a disappointment poor little Steven
I am
is.
literally no joke. She was talking about how much of a disappointment I am.
You did the wrong side of the paper. Went fucking drill sergeant mode on us. Show me your war face. And then
I legit picture her, like, whenever I try and think back to Mrs. Hoare, I always imagine her as like a hag raven. Like one of the old witches or whatever that's like is rumored that lives on the top of the hill and like
that's what she looked like.
in To Kill a Mockingbird or something like that.
It's horrifying. Yeah. She was Boo Radley.
Yeah.
Alright, so after she shrieks into everyone's ears about Steven being a little disappointment because he did apparently the wrong side of the paper, keep in mind, I sit right next to him because we were in groups. We got to choose our groups because our teacher was a sweetheart and let us do that. I'm doing the same exact side as Steven. I see this all happening and slowly flip my paper over and put it under my desk and just act like it never happened. And after that, she goes, rips his paper, throws it in the garbage can, literally sits in her seat like some type of like crow monster creature and like
looking for her next prey.
Yeah, looking around just like some strange vulture. Oh God.
That was really scary. I remember we had her like again as another substitute, and I just didn't speak unless spoken to. Like
I saw a completely different side of you that day. You know that?
How?
He went from this lively little young man, like building Lincoln Log Towers, to a kid who looked like he got beat with a rake after school every day.
Shit.
That's what it looked like. Like you were just like sitting there all sheltered to yourself. Fucking put on your sweatshirt and put on your hoodie even though it was like 100 degrees out. Oh God, that was awful.
I lost my innocence that day. Alright, like speaking of mean substitute teachers or just mean people in general, we should tell you about the story of our science camp.
Oh my God.
So, like, I specifically remember laying down in my bed and seeing the other lights on in the cabin. And I remember, like, having this picture in my head of, like, their cabin leader tucking them into bed, being like, "Good night. I'll see you in the morning." And then they wake up the next morning, like, all refreshed to like, birds and everything.
And that one, like, morning camper song, the
Yeah, exactly. And then I'm thinking of us trapped in this prison.
Oh my gosh.
This cold prison where we had to go to bed at like 7:30.
Like, okay. We had to be ready by we had to be ready by 6:30 and then be at the dinner hall by like 7 because it was a quick walk over, then we walk over, have plenty of excess time, walk over there and eat at the little mess hall thing. And our cabin leader was
Mrs. Hoare Jr.
Mrs. Hoare Jr. She was Mrs. Hoare Jr. And she literally wakes everyone up at like 4:30 or 5. And I
like way
shit
too early.
I shit you not. All of us are dragging ourselves out of bed because we're hella tired and exhausted. This is like the first day. And this wasn't what we were expecting. So we're all putting on our clothes. We put on all of our clothes, get ready. We're about to leave. And she swings open the door, wet hair and just like half of her makeup all like dripping off and everything. What time is it? It's 5:31. Slams the door shut. I shit you not, every single minute until 6:45, she swung open the door, screamed "What time is it?" with a different like makeup on each side of her face.
Different makeup stain each time.
It was, oh my gosh.
The pattern of the makeup stains predicted your future.
And we were late anyways, and then we go there and we're sitting in the mess hall and she's talking to the other cabin leaders since they're all high school students. And she was talking to them. "Oh man, my kids are a mess. They're all late all the time." Oh my God, what the fuck are you talking about? This was literally in her boxers, like doing her makeup, slamming doors and shit, and we're just sitting there. We're just, "What time is it?" 5:32. What time is it? It's 5:33.
We
was,
literally watched the clock. It wins every minute. Yeah, we had the one female cabin leader, like as a boy, as like a cabin of boys. And I remember asking her once, I was like, so why are you a female cabin leader that's like being a cabin leader for boys? She was like, well, I just think girls are annoying and bitchy, and I don't want to hear them whining all the time. That's her legit response. Keep in mind, we're in 5th grade, all right?
Yeah, she was like bringing us onto a whole real level, just like Miss Hoare did. So it's
Yeah.
just Miss Hoare Jr.
Man, someone should give this girl a child immediately. Just have her care for that.
Absolutely. All right, so let's change the record here. Let's change the record to when I changed schools. So Steven and I were attached at the hip since 1st grade, always hung out all the time.
Oh,
Hung out
great.
every single weekend playing video games, knew this, knew that, known his parents for so long. And finally, in 7th grade, in the middle of 7th grade, I remember there's trimesters.
Right.
In the middle of the 2nd trimester, I had to move schools, and I walked in with my hood on, told everybody. I mean, well, not everybody, I told the group, because that was everybody. So I walked in, guys, I have some news. Like, what is it, Shadow? It's nothing, Amy Sonic flamethrower, Shadow, Nickel. And it's nothing. I'm just moving schools. I might not see you guys for a long time. Everybody just flipped shit. Oh my god, who's gonna be the new group leader? I passed my leader privilege on to Silver. You're like, I accept it with gratitude.
Keep in mind, the rest of the group was not happy about this.
The rest of the group was very upset.
Like Carson had this thing where he had to be in the middle of people. Like if there was a group of 3 people,
very OCD for some reason.
he had to be like standing in the middle.
So if there were
of
just like 2 people walking, say like Steven and Matthew are walking, I couldn't be on either side. I had to be dead ass right in the middle.
Right. And as the new group leader, I had to enforce that as well. Like I had to be in the middle.
Because you can't just disown laws like that.
Right. But the group was like rebelling against me. They were like, "No, we don't approve of you being the leader," and they wouldn't let me be in the middle. And I remember like, I felt like I was just sitting in a bench and it was raining. Like, every time that
Sitting at the
happened.
bus stop and it's raining and your umbrella broke.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Oh man, that felt terrible. You know.